The National Park Service says they are investigating the death of an experienced river runner at the Grand Canyon. 30-year-old Aaron Benjamin of Post Falls, Idaho, died last Thursday when his 18-foot raft was caught in a powerful rapid on the Colorado River. Benjamin was with a 10-person group floating on the river with a non-commercial permit provided by the Park Service. And that tragedy is a big reminder of the risks involved for those who take this journey down the spectacular, but oftentimes very powerful river.
12 News journalist Joe Dana joins us now with the backstory. And Joe, this actually kind of hits home for you. You actually knew Aaron.
Yeah, I actually met Aaron a year ago on the Colorado River when I went with a group on a 30-day trip of our own. My team crossed paths with him a couple of times. We shared campsites. Aaron was a very kind and respectful person and really respected the canyon. You know, he cared deeply about waterways. He actually worked as a water technician in his hometown, making sure that wells and water sources met EPA standards for health and safety. And his parents point out that his final social media post before he left on the trip was a quote by an environmentalist and author, Edward Abbey, who said, "Wilderness is not a luxury, but a necessity of the human spirit." Aaron's parents tell me he truly was doing what he loved and was always more comfortable in nature than anywhere else.
And this wasn't just somebody who was along for a ride and has never done it before. I mean, he spent a lot of time on that river and he just got trapped in a strange way, right? How'd this happen?
It appears so, right? You know, first and foremost, he was wearing a life jacket, he had a helmet, he had a dry suit. His team scouted this particular rapid, Hance, before they went. Those are important precautions.
Is this it right here?
This is generic video I took of some of these rapids last year.
Wow.
They're big.
But these are big, right? You try to follow a line and avoid hazards, but there are deep, powerful holes, one known as Emilio's Hole at Hance, which can suck a boat in place. Aaron's 18-foot raft hit that hole. He was swept off, and then the boat was seen in place for up to a minute before both Aaron and the boat were kicked out of that. This is, again, another example of what you could, come across.
So he was held underwater for that whole time, probably getting pummeled as well, right? Underwater?
Likely held under, likely getting pummeled. They had, a medic and a nurse in their group. They said they gave him the help that he would have absolutely needed in the moment, but they just couldn't save him.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
What do you take away from all this?
Overall, deaths in the canyon are rare, considering the amount of people that go through there. But this is a reminder, of course, of the elements involved. Aaron's parents, they want the biggest takeaway to be simply that there are risks inherent in everything. They're confident Aaron did not do anything reckless. He was careful and calculated in everything he did. But again, a reminder of the importance of, for those who run these rivers, especially the private groups, commercial are a little different. The boats are much bigger, but the private groups, you got to be with people who are experienced. Don't take anything for granted. And water temperature is a thing. It's in the 40s. Sometimes people who die in these accidents, they actually die of a heart attack because the water is so gripping and shocking to the system. Right. So that is something to keep in mind.
Yeah, and this time of year, it can be chilly down there, but it's all in the summer. It's as hot as it is here in the valley, right?
Well,
let's do it.
It's hot, yeah. The air is hot, but then the water, because it comes from so deep in the lake, it is still really cold.
Wow.
And so in the winter, though, you should always wear a dry suit. Aaron had a dry suit, and that is important.
Yeah.
Right.
It is really
That's
tragic.
too bad. Joe, thank you.
Okay.